Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is March 14th, and right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see largely clear of clouds across California right now, but you can kind of see the spin in the atmosphere here. This upper level low is going to be with us here for a few days, and we've got some strong offshore winds ongoing as we speak. We'll dive into those details as we go through the video this morning. Checking out some of those wind speeds. Look at this, talking about up into the 70s actually for some areas, looking at widespread 40s and 50s, some gusts up into the 60s as well. And you guys know where you are here. If you're in some of those wind sheltered areas, you're not getting the big wind gusts here, but if you're in the canyons there and some of the gaps where the offshore winds can really get you, including across some of the southern Sierra Nevada here as well. Look at some of these gusts up into the 50s and some strong winds across some of the Las Vegas area and some gusty winds out here across the deserts. Also, if we take a look across central and northern California, and you can see the Sierra Nevada gusting pretty well, some strong wind gusts here, even into some of the valley areas. We scroll up a little bit further north across northern California. You can see still some gusty winds ongoing out there, but the gradient should be relaxing by tomorrow, and there is a risk for sneaker waves Thursday through Saturday here. This is Eureka National Weather Service here. Don't turn your back on the ocean. Look at Saturday, higher risk coming up here, so be careful out there. Damaging winds, check it out. Some gusts to 70 miles per hour in the high wind warnings, and you can see the wind advisories out here as well, and mainly gusts to 45 miles per hour for that. And watch out for those nuisance power outages, especially if you're driving a big rig or a high profile vehicle out there. Pay attention, please. Moderate to strong winds as we go through Friday morning here, but the gradient should be relaxing as we go through the day today and then wrapping up by tomorrow. So we're not looking at a long-term offshore Santa Ana wind event here, and it's a bit of a chillier one here also. Some areas are pretty cold, relatively speaking anyway. And again, peaking today on Thursday, isolated gusts to 75 miles per hour, especially in the San Gabriel Mountains. And this is San Diego National Weather Service, and again, you can kind of see the hit and miss nature of this, some of the canyons and the gap areas, and over the desert, some of the gustier winds. Now, we've got showers and thunderstorms possible as well, and you can see the San Diego National Weather Service calling attention to that, and you can see Big Bear Lake and some of the higher terrain there subject to some of these thunderstorms here, kind of wrap around flow from this low pressure system. I'll show you more on that here in a moment. And of course, the high wind warning, some of the southern Sierra Nevada does include Tehachapi here, and some gusty winds for the I-5 going back and forth between the valley and the Los Angeles metro. You can see some gusts pretty intense, over 70 miles per hour for some local areas. Should be peaking here in the next few hours. And again, with the damaging wind gust goes all the way through 11 a.m. Friday morning. Windy today across portions of southern Nevada as well. Check it out. Las Vegas could be gusting to 50 miles per hour, so watch out in any of the lakes out there as well. Some hazardous boating conditions. And the National Weather Service Phoenix talking about the rain and storm chances here as we go through the next few days. This is going to go all the way in probably towards early next week as well. So it could be some ponding water, some lightning out there, and some gusty winds. Now, taking a look at the wind speeds, this is as of last night. So let's put this into motion. And you can see as we're going through the morning hours, we're really peaking as we go through this morning here across Southern California, the Sierra Nevada, some of Nevada, the desert areas as well. Some of the valley areas pretty gusty out towards the Bay Area also. And then as we go through the day today, you can kind of see we relax the gradient a little bit here, although we keep the strong winds going through this evening. Don't let your guard down here. By the time we go towards Friday morning, we start to relax them quite a bit here. And as we go through the day Friday, you can see we really kind of cut off some of these winds. Going to still be blowing here across some of the Sierra Nevada through Friday night, but then really relaxing by the time we get towards Saturday morning. Now, accumulated 10-meter max wind gusts here kind of gives you a nice visual here on who's getting the biggest gusts. You can see across Southern California, some of the Bay Area and the Valley and the Sierra Nevada and some of the desert areas as well. So interesting stuff. Now, taking a look at daily 2-meter max temperature, are going to warm up a little bit as we go through tomorrow on Friday or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And the biggest ointment in the solution here, or fly in the ointment, I should say, is this upper level low. It's going to be spinning over the area, and it's going to be bringing some clouds and afternoon thunderstorms, so it could be kind of playing havoc with some of the temperatures out there as well. Now, looking at 700 millibars, 10,000 feet, let's put this into motion, and you can clearly see this upper level low that's going to be with us here for the next few days across most of the southwest. So you can kind of see that spinning, kicking off some thunderstorms during the afternoon hours especially. Now, taking a look at the composite reflectivity in the North American model, this goes out 60 hours, but it kind of gives you the hint of what's coming up here. You can see the spin in the atmosphere here as we go through this afternoon and this evening, and you can see you can't rule out a shower across some of the Mojave Desert, Arizona, As we go on in through the day Friday, you can see it start to pinwheel back towards Las Vegas. Portions of California cannot rule out thunderstorm activity with this and some locally heavy rain at times, but it's going to be very hit and miss as we go all the way in through the day Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday. That upper level low might be still spawning some showers. More on that here in a moment, but I'll show you the European lightning flash density potential as we go through the day today. A little bit of thunderstorm activity maybe across Arizona and Utah here, but as we go on into Friday, you'll notice kind of the uptick here across Arizona. And it kind of spreads towards some of the higher terrain in Southern California as well. That's why the San Diego National Weather Service was kind of drawing attention to some of that for Friday. And then we go on in through Saturday, and you'll notice something similar as we go through the afternoon hours, kind of kicking up again. Then we go through Sunday. Here we go, picking up again. So yeah, we've got a few days to go with this upper level low kind of around the area. So you got to watch out across the desert areas, some of the higher terrain, especially Southern California, Southern Nevada, and much of Arizona here is going to be under the gun for some thunderstorm activity and off into New Mexico at times as well. And if we look at 500 millibars, this is the European. So this is the wind at 18,000 feet, and you can clearly see this upper level low just get carved out right over the southwest here, and it kind of gets cut off. So that's why it's going to be spending some time here as we go through the next few days. Look at that, by Sunday morning, that upper level low just spinning right over the top of Arizona. Now, taking a look at total precipitation in inches on last night's European run here, let's put this into motion. You can see that is going on to Friday afternoon here. You can see the shower potential here around the area. Same thing for Saturday, and then we're going to do the same thing on Sunday yet again. Some areas of Utah and Arizona are going to get some pretty big precipitation amounts, but you can't rule out some isolated areas of some heavier rain and some thunderstorm activity again across Las Vegas, the desert areas, into the higher terrain. Even the Sierra Nevada could get some of that activity as well. And just to heads up for this, as you go through the day today, you'll see the wave activity is still a little bit elevated here, but that should be wrapping up as we go through tonight into tomorrow morning. We're really going to kind of lay back on the wave action here as we go through the weekend on into early next week. But we do have some additional systems after that, so we'll be watching. You can kind of see the wave activity pick up a little bit here at the very end of the run, but plenty of time to worry about that. Now let's take a look at what it would look like here on last night's European model run here. So we're going to take a look off into the extended. You can kind of see the low pressure system spinning here with us. This would be Saturday afternoon there. There's Sunday afternoon. You can kind of still see the showers out and about. There is Monday afternoon here, right there. You can kind of see some of these showers still coming back into California. And Tuesday, maybe even one more day with that upper level low around. And then we get this troughing trying to set up here. It's been showing up in some of the model runs as we go on in towards all the way towards next weekend here. So we'll continue to watch that to see what kind of system that could potentially bring here. It might be a little bit moisture starved, but then there's another system trying to lurk out here across the Pacific Ocean. But plenty of time to break down that information day by day. Here's the 6 to 10 day above average for much of the West through March 23rd. Here's the 6 to 10 day precipitation, kind of a little bit above average signal here across much of California. Here's the 8 to 14 day right across the Great Basin for above, and then we've got through March 27th at 8 to 14 day precipitation. We may get a few more systems in here before we get to the end of March. And again, I just like to look at this one, the snow water equivalent. We are doing quite well. We are above the normal for this time of year. So yeah, anyway, look at that, February 1st through March. Nice rocket launch trajectory here with that snow water equivalent across much of the higher terrain. But anyway, yeah, so we'll continue to break down this upper level low. Of course, we'll start to look at the high resolution, the the rapid refresh here over the next few days as well. We'll take a look at what kind, because the thing about these upper level lows is it doesn't look like much until you start getting closer. Then all of a sudden there's thunderstorms over the top of you and it's dropping some heavy rain and you're like, wow, where did this come from? So kind of giving you a heads up out there that some people are probably going to get some of this action here and some heavy rain, some thunderstorm activity, and there's not much discussion about it. San Diego just brought it up, and if you notice, I've been talking about it for the last few days here. So hopefully one of the benefits you guys get of watching this channel is to get heads up on events like this here, because it could impact places like Las Vegas and some of the desert areas as well. And Arizona's probably going to get a few good rounds of some heavy rain up into Utah as well, and New Mexico. So anyway, hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.